Why do some hikers stay fresh while everyone else hits the wall halfway? It isn't luck, it's smart tweaks that almost nobody talks about. Hiking Tasmania's wildest tracks for over 30 years has taught me real endurance comes down to brains, not so much brawn. So in this video, I'm going to show you some simple pacing, fueling and pack tricks to help you finish strong and love those last few kilometres, no extra fitness required. But first, let's tackle the mistake that saps more energy than anything else, and almost every hiker falls for it. Slow is fast, pacing for endurance. The classic trap, charging out of the gate too fast, convinced you'll cover more ground by pushing harder. It's the quickest way to burn out before you even reach lunch. And I see it all the time. There's always a keen group blasting out of camp at first light or even before first light, dead set on reaching the next campsite ahead of everyone else. Meanwhile, I'm sorting out my kit, setting off at a relaxed, steady rhythm. By midday, I'm cruising past those same guys, now worn out, and dragging their feet while I'm only just warming up. Even when I'm out with mates, I usually hang back at the start. I'm at the back of the pack, just taking my time, just quietly ticking along. But by the end of the day, I say a big 30-kilometre day, I'm still chugging along strong, while the rest of the crew, most of the crew, are shattered, barely able to finish a sentence.
36.5k day, we're done. We're going to dinner. See you next time. Walter? I can't talk.
When you're out on the track, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. The tortoise really does beat the hare pretty much every time. How to pace yourself perfectly. Find your conversational rhythm. If you can't chat easily while you walk, back it off. That's your real all-day pace. Ignore the urge to sprint. Master the rest step on hills. On steep climbs, step up and briefly lock your back knee. Let your bones take the load for a moment, not your muscles. It feels strange at first, but those tiny breaks stack up and save your legs over long climbs. That's called the rest step. Shorten your stride on steep sections. Just like downshifting on a bike, smaller steps help keep your heart rate steady and your legs fresher by day's end. But here's the kicker, even flawless pacing can't save you if you run out of fuel. Let's dig into the most overlooked endurance killer on the trail, nutrition. Don't wait for hunger, fueling for the long haul. A big mistake a lot of people make is waiting until they're starving before grabbing a bite to eat. By then, your tank's already empty and your performance is dropping, even if you didn't notice it at first. I've learned this the hard way. Sometimes snacking feels like a hassle, but if I skip it, I pay for it fast. Suddenly my legs go heavy, my head gets cloudy, and every kilometre is a grind. I even get grumpy, like full-on hangry. That's not bad luck, that's just not fueling properly. Think about it. You wouldn't drive across the entire country waiting for the fuel light to come on. Your body's no different. If you want to finish strong, you need to top up before you're running on fumes. How to stay energized all day. Firstly, snack a little, snack often. Don't wait for hunger. Set a timer and nibble something every hour, say. Just a handful of trail mix, some dried fruit or an energy bar keeps your energy steady and your legs moving. I keep snacks in my hip belt on my pack so I can eat while I'm on the go. Load up early. Start your day with a solid carb-rich breakfast, oats, muesli or even instant rice with nuts. This fills up your main energy tank and powers you through the morning. Choose steady fuel. Go for foods that give you long-lasting energy. Nuts, dried fruit, bars, cheese, wraps and salty bites. Think slow burn, not sugar spikes. Save the protein-heavy foods for camp. Your body wants quick-burning fuel while you're on the move, and recovery food later on. Drink regularly, not just when you're thirsty. Sip water every hour, and if it's hot or you're sweating, add electrolytes to your bottle. Salty snacks help too. Dehydration can creep up and knock you flat. Keep sipping and snacking all day. Pack light, fuel right. Pick foods that deliver big energy without adding weight. Trail mix, nut butters, chocolates and dehydrated meals all work a treat. For longer trips, I aim for around 700 to 900 grams of food a day, which usually does the job for me. But even with perfect pacing and smart fueling, there's still one more thing that can make or break your hike. And it's not about buying new gear. Let's get into that next. The efficiency engine, gear and technique. You can obsess for years about shaving grams off your pack weight, but if you're carrying it the wrong way or your trail technique is sloppy, you'll feel every kilo by day's end. I see it constantly out there. Hikers decked out in ultralight gear, still struggling because their packs are swaying all over the place, their poles are dragging along behind them, or the loads are shifting with every step. Meanwhile, someone else with a heavier setup but sharper technique, they cruise by, barely breaking a sweat. It's not just what you carry, it's how you carry it and how you move. So here's how to hike smarter and save energy with every step. Turn trekking poles into your secret weapon. On the flats, swing your arms and use the poles to drive forward. Take the load off your legs. Then on the climbs, plant the poles and push down, sharing the effort with your upper body. It really does make a difference. Then on the descents, brace yourself with your poles to absorb shock, protecting your knees for the next day. Pack like a pro. Balance is everything. Keep heavy gear close to your spine, between your shoulder blades ideally. Avoid top heavy or shifting loads. A stable pack saves your core and preserves energy all day. Do a ruthless gear audit. Lay out every piece of kit before you head out. If you haven't used it in your last 3 hikes, then leave it at home. Now obviously this doesn't apply to essential or emergency gear, but dropping just a kilo or 2 makes a massive difference by the end of a long day. So you've got the skills to hike further, finish fresher, and actually enjoy those extra kilometers. But here's the catch. Once you're pushing deeper into the wild, getting lost isn't just inconvenient, it can get serious fast. One wrong turn, bad weather, or a vanished track can change everything. So check out this video up here next, where I reveal the one navigation trick every hiker needs to keep confidently on track, no matter what the bush throws your way.